can see that the space weather appears to be coming from behind the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been experiencing space weather, but not necessarily solar weather. As you can see, our bow hardly has a shock at all. It's a long-term chart. Please watch your UTC time up on the top right. You can see that the space weather appears to be coming from behind the planet. Now, I have been contacted by someone from NOAA and NASA saying that they believe that this phenomenon has something to do with our motion through the galaxy itself, and they're coming up with an explanation. In the meantime, whatever it is more powerful than any solar wind or plasma striking the sun side of our planet. This is all coming on the nighttime side, which I understand is spinning every 24 hours, and I hope you do. Also, I hope you understand that just that little ball in the middle, the white and black one, is planet Earth, moving to the left in this model at around 67,000 miles an hour, but there's no bow shock. It's also being pulled in that direction by our sun at about 445,000 miles an hour. And well, the galaxy's also expanding, more or less the solar system. So I don't know the numbers on that, but we're going very fast. And to have a shockwave behind the planet and not in front of the planet is more than a little off to me. Now, they say they will come up with an explanation, and they're working on one. And they did actually respond, and they do understand my concern. It's just like they didn't see it until I asked. This is a critical future update. Today we have more evidence ever in one day of a potential energy source coming from behind planet Earth. This is undeniable proof that we have something going on. Please notice the pressure building behind that goes off the charts behind the Earth. The Earth in these cut planes, this is a magnetosphere cut planes, is moving, if you will, to the left at 67,000 miles an hour. The pressure is usually always on what's called the bow shock here, just like a boat or anything else. Sometimes pressure comes around the backside of the planet being this little ball right here. Sun side facing, not sun side facing. Well, whatever is coming at us is not sun side facing. And you can see it definitely goes off the charts, and it's no what's called ebbing effect or hard pressure hitting the bow and then coming around to the rear. And it's always offset just slightly here to the northeast, if you will, on the cut plane. Now we're seeing this on pressure. We're seeing this on 5 different indicators right now. We'll go over those right now, but look at this. It's undeniable proof. The same is true for density. Look, it goes off the charts behind the planet again. Makes 0 sense. Zero. You can't make sense out of this, folks, unless there's a second energy source or magnet coming from behind the planet.
And it becomes more like a dipole field. That's called dipolarization. See how the field is trying to get more dipolarized and get more like a pretty quiet system? That's when you know you have quiet magnetic field, quiet time. And then when a big storm hits, all that stuff, of course, starts getting elongated because all this flux is being put back into the tail, and it's squeezing this tail down, and it's loading it with more and more junk. The tail's getting heavier and thicker and thicker and thicker, and so it just keeps pulling back until the point it can't handle it anymore, and it breaks, shoots poop down the tail, and shoots stuff toward Earth, right at what we call the X line. Guys, remember the X line? We had the X line, and you can actually see the X line. Oh, look, perfect. See an X line? See that? The tail of the Earth's magnetic system is being pulled out. See how it's being pulled out? Right, that's the slingshot. Now pull it back, and we'll get to that X line, right? And we're going to go cut and let go. And it's going to go whoosh. And it forces all this stuff and all this junk. That's what do? All these particles follow the field lines. And they go up, 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 up. And they go, kunk. Right in there. What's there? Can anybody say auroral ovals? Can anybody say aurora? Yeah? Get the idea? This is how we create aurora. Doesn't come from the front. It comes from peeling that flux back, forcing those magnetic field lines to come down, injecting energy, forcing those lobes, the tail lobes, to get closer and closer, and the magnetic field to get closer, closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, stretching it out, making those field lines, instead of being nice round, pretty curved regions, pulling them back and making it, because then they come out this way and they come in this way. What's happening is that you're getting, if I get my hands in the right place, you're getting magnetic field again, guys, stretching out in opposite directions, getting super, super, super close to each other. What happens when you get magnetic field super, super close to each other in opposite directions? Reconnection. Whoosh. Does that make sense?